Banatí na Féile Pádraig, you're very, very welcome to Kilkenny, to the beautiful Butler Gallery, the latest jewel in the crown of medieval and historical architecture in Kilkenny. My name's Martin Bridgman, and I'll be introducing the evening of music that's to come here, live from Kilkenny on this St. Patrick's Festival. Hope you stay with us. Just to summarise what we've got here, it's a virtual session of live music, and it's featuring acts, many if not all of whom have appeared at Kilkenny's Trad Fest over the years. And we've opened our doors wide for many years in Kilkenny to the very best of traditional music. And this evening we've opened our virtual doors. So they'll be in the form of duets and collaborations with some of the best musicians on the traditional music scene. In the first half, we'll travel to the USA to hear Colin Farrell and Kevin Crawford, and they're both of the renowned, internationally renowned group Lúnasa. To Dublin to hear A Family Affair with piper Mick O'Brien and his daughter Ciara on fiddle. We move to Kilkenny and world-class accordionist Mick McCauley and his former bandmate from Sulis, John Doyle, on guitar. Finally, in this half, we travel to Donegal to meet Dermot Byrne, a founding member of the renowned group Alton, who, along in a duet here with honorary Irish musical legend Steve Cooney, brings our first half to a close. Winsult.
How's it going? Kevin Crawford here, coming at you from the Jersey Shore. Delighted to be here, part of the Kilkenny Trad Festival. Thanks a million to Leonard Barry. Big shout out for asking myself and the bold Colin Farrell to be part of this. We're going to start off with 3 reels, and I hope you enjoy these tunes. The first one is a tune called Farewell to Old Decency. It's a tune that I heard first played by Matt Malloy, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't recorded it on any of his albums, but I heard him play it at a gig many years ago. Probably it was could have been 1983 or 4. Actually it's before, 1981 or 2 actually it would have been. And it was Noel Hill, Tony Linan, Matt and Mick Hanley. And Malloy played this tune with Mick Hanley as part of his little set before joining the others, and I've loved it ever since. The second tune is a very common tune called the Baggage Spuds, and then we finish off with a tune called the Munster Reel. So actually 3 very strong, clear, connected tunes, to be honest, and that wasn't intentional, but just works out that way sometimes. So 3 reels, hope you like them, and we'll chat more as we go along.
Thanks very much. Myself and Kevin are going to continue now with a selection of reels on the tin whistle, and the first reel is a lovely composition from Marcus Hernan called The Lively Wagtail. Then we'll do a tune called The Monasteradden Fancy, and the last reel is a tune called The 5 Mile Chase.
3, 4. We'll chance a few jigs this time, and 3 tunes again. The first 2, I've always kind of pitched them together. I like the way they sit, and the third one was more of an accident, really, than anything else. I had played the first 2 and meant to go into a tune that myself and Colin actually recorded on an album we did a couple of years ago. The album was called Music and Mischief, and we did that with Patrick Ducey at the time. And I was going to play a jig that Thomas McElvogue wrote, which ended up being called The Mouse in the Mug. But for some reason, I got a bit of a brain fog moment, and I ended up going into Jimmy Ward's favourite. So anyway, I kept going, motored on, as you do. So that's what we're going to play. The first tune is a John Brady tune called McIntyre's Fancy, and the second one, I think it might have been written by Paddy Davy, the piper, and it's called Headford Crossing. and the last tune, as I say, is Jimmy Ward's favourite. So 3 jigs, and you know, just you go with the flow. 3, 4. Well, that's about it from myself and Colin. I hope you've enjoyed our little offering. And as I said at the outset, it's just a pure delight to be asked to take part in the Kilkenny Trad Festival. Hope everybody's great, keeping well, and, you know, hopefully this time next year we'll be able to celebrate St. Patrick's month, as it's kind of become for musicians anyway, in the way that we're accustomed to. A bit of touring and lots of music and lots of fun. And we look forward to that immensely. We're going to leave you with a kind of a mix and match potpourri of things. Starting off with the Slide, again from County Clare, tune associated with the amazing Mike O'Russell. Great musician, great character, great man, for sure. And and sadly missed. And it's a tune that I just call Maiko's Slide, but it's sometimes known as the Clare Slide, and there is actually a proper name on it too, but it's just more commonly known as Maiko's at this point, which is a nice tip of the hat, I think. The second tune is also Maiko Russell related. It's a tune called The Rising Sun, a lovely single reel that Maiko used to play, and it's full of his trademark little kind of single note, spacey, rhythmical, kind of simple way of playing, which is really powerful at times. So that's the second tune. Then we go a bit nuts. We slope into a couple of polkas. Two tunes that myself and Colin did actually get to record on the album I mentioned again earlier, Music and Mischief, and two tunes from two great accordion players. Aidan Coffey is responsible for the first one, and Ned Kelly for the second. So we'll leave you with these. Hope you enjoy them. Take care, look after yourselves, and happy St. Patrick's. Woo!
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kilkenny Arts Fest. On this St. Patrick's Day weekend, and before we start, just wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. So Ciara and I were delighted to be asked, and we're going to start off with 3 reels. The first is Colliers, the second the Morning Star, and the third is a beautiful reel called the Strawberry Blossom.
We're going to continue on now with a set of jigs. So obviously not much has happened. That's been great in the last year, but one great thing that did happen was Dad, Emer Mayock and Aoife, my older sister Aoife Bhriain, brought out another Goodman album, which was fantastic. So we're going to play a set from the Goodman collection now to celebrate that, I suppose.
2 jigs from the Goodman selections, and the first one was called Coffee and Tea, and the second was called O'Sullivan's Fancy. Well, thank you very much. We're going to continue on the Goodman vein, this time with 3 slip jigs. The first is actually from the Goodman selection. It's called Open the Door for 3. And I heard it first played by Liam O'Flynn on that wonderful album, The Poet and the Piper with Seamus Heaney. He actually recorded it on that album with Steve Cooney and made that one of my favourite tracks. And we're going to put Ryan's and the Tempany bit after that. Thank you. Thanks a million. It was a great honour to be here playing for you tonight. And we're going to finish off with 3 reels. The first one is The Pretty Girls of Mayo. Then we're going to continue that with The Stony Steps. And last is a reel called Colorance. And not to forget to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day. So, good evening, Margaret.
So, welcome to everybody, wherever in the world you're tuning in from. It's lovely to be here as part of St. Patrick's Trad Festival coming from Kilkenny. And obviously it's all online this year, and we're delighted to be part of it. Delighted to be joined by my buddy John Doyle. We've soldiered the road for many years together, and we're delighted to be playing a few tunes and singing a few songs for you. So We're going to start off with a few tunes, and I'm going to let John tell you about these. The first one is his composition.
Thanks very much, Mick. Well, the first tune is a waltz that I composed called Colorance Church. It's an old abandoned church very close to Kilkenny, County Sligo, where my father's side of the family come from. Then we'll go swiftly into the Boys of Ballasadair, not the famous reel, but the hop jig. And then into a jig I can't remember the name of, and then into the famous reel called the Abbey Reel, and then into Kilty Town. So hope you enjoy these. This next song is a song called Burke and Hare. Burke and Hare were two infamous Irish murderers that came from the north of Ireland originally, ended up emigrating to Edinburgh, and they lived there working as navvies. But they eventually turned their hand to murder, and they murdered 19 people that they know of in an 8-month span, and this song is basically their story. The chorus in the middle is actually a nursery rhyme that existed during that time, right up until quite recently. So, hope you enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 2.
This is a song I learnt from singing with a great group, Stockton's Wing, off an old album, I think came out in 1978. But it's an old English folk song from the early 1800s, I think, but it became popularised in the folk revival of the 50s and 60s. And it's a lovely song called Pleasant and Delightful. 'Twas pleasant and delightful on a bright summer's morn, when the fields and the meadows were covered in corn. There were blackbirds and thrushes singing on every tree, and the lark larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day. And the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day. A sailor and his true love were walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I'm bound far away. I'm bound to the West Indies, where the loud cannons roar. I am bound to leave my Nancy, she is the girl that I adore. I am bound to leave my Nancy. I am bound to leave my Nancy. I am bound to leave my Nancy. She is the girl that I adore. A ring from off her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, me dearest Willie, and my heart will go too. And as he stood embracing her, from her eyes the tears fell, saying, may I go along with you? Oh, no, me love, farewell. Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh, no, me love, farewell. So fare thee well, Nancy, I must now away, for the topsail is hoisted and the anchor is weighed. That ship she lies waiting for the next flowing tide, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. So these are a few jigs. The first tune is a tune called the Fairy Jig, and it's actually a slip jig. The second one is also a slip jig, and it's written by the great musician and composer out of Chicago, the great fiddler named Liz Carroll, and she calls this Lean Child's Favourite. And the last tune is a traditional, well-known jig called Scatter the Mud.
Well, we're delighted to have been playing for you for the last 20 minutes or more. I hope you enjoyed the sets, and we'll see you down the road at some stage. All the best now.
Well, thank you very much. We're delighted to be here in Donegal in Letterkenny playing for St. Patrick's Day Kilkenny Trad Fest. So we started off there with a couple of reels, Master Seamus and Bunker Hill. So we're going to continue on now with a little tune that we got from the great Con Cassidy from Teelan, and it's called Connell's Ghost. Thank you.
Well, we'll continue on with two harp tunes written in the 1600s. The first was written by Tom Conlon, or Thomas Connellan, from Clúnasa in South Sligo. It's called Celia Connellan. The first one was written, no, the second tune was written in 1603. It's the well-known Tordam de Love by Ruairi Dal O'Cahan from Limavady.
Okay, so we've come to the end of our set. Hope you enjoy the rest of the festival. We're going to finish up with two of Steve's tunes. It's a hornpipe called the Corofin Hornpipe and Skidoo. Thanks for listening to us.